Hello, hi friends, Namaste. Hope you all are doing great. So welcome to my channel. Friends, today video is all about more interesting topics. I'm going to introduce you some of my clients, and two of them are doctors. So I wanted to share their experience with their journey, and I'll ask them the questions, let them give the answer. So you might be thinking many questions, you wanted to know how this is working, and you are confused between this, why this is very tricky when it comes to transformations, when it comes to progress, where we are stuck. All this related we have kept in mind. So many people don't know how to figure it out. So I'm here to give you solutions. The whole video is concept, simple friends. So let's welcome to all. We'll ask the questions, what they are going to give the solutions. Right? Yes.
Okay, first I will introduce myself. I'm a sports injury surgeon, so I deal with shoulder and knee injuries. And my question to you is, how important is this warm up at the end of the workout and stretches at the end of the beginning? Warm up in the beginning and stretches at the end. So how important is it to avoid injuries in bodybuilding?
Beginning exercise is very must when you are doing a proper warm up. In the beginning time, your body will be not ready for the war. It means war means you go a very intensity. Sometime what happens, joints will be not warmed up, your nervous system is not warmed up. So that's the reasons we always advise to do warm up before exercise to prevent many major injuries or minor injuries, to avoid that part. So beginning exercise, at least if you take for 5 to 10 minutes for working out for cardio, then again doing a stretching for joint stretching, it's compulsory, is important. And again, after workout, it's very must. The reason you need to cool down, especially your heart rate and your nervous systems. So after workout, it's essential. The recover process will become speed up. Right, sir? Thank you. Yes, sir. You have questions?
What is the BCAA, sir? Is it really needed for that startup and all?
Sir, BCAA is called brain chain amino acids. This is the essential part. When it comes to nutrition, it's a part of a nutrition. I think we all know about why the nutrition is important. Because sir, when I started my career, I never depended on all this BCAA or glutamine. So I was depending on mindset, sir. Because it's all works with mindset, sir. When you start coordinate with that, ultimately you will get the results, sir. If you start looking forward some sort of results, some sort of a push to the body, of course you will start depending on that. Okay, maybe my body is not enough to push next day, so my body's recovery process is going slow. So I wanted to speed up this process. Obsession, they're going through this kind of supplementations, BCAA, glutamine, and pre-workout, all sort of. Again, it is a commercialized, sir. It's a commercial products. Again, your body will not go into achieve that greater level. It goes into a slow process. Whatever we eat in every day, in terms of diet wise, whatever we cook at food at home, all the nutritions we getting it through that food only, sir.
Yes. Sorry, I'll exhaust you with the questions today.
No problem.
Okay. Sir, he mentioned one point about the stretching, also about at the end of the exercises. I heard about the dynamic and static stretching, and I heard there is one before and one after. What's the point about this one?
Right, it's which we call it dynamic stretching and static stretching, right? So dynamic stretching is the before exercise is compulsory. We do it especially in the joints and the tendency and ligaments. So it's rotation movement, right? So that is called dynamic exercise. Before any kind of intensity exercise your body will take for that particular movement, you need to give a proper warm up that particular exercise. After stretching, once you're done, then your body will be prepared for the war. It means that you're ready for the next level to push your body beyond the limit. Then once you've done all the workouts, static stretching is very important. Static stretching is where you need to hold those areas for 30 seconds. So to relax and to free your muscles tensions. So that's why static stretching is very important after workouts. It's a long stretch. It's not a short stretch, it's a long stretch, but it will take again 5 to 10 minutes your timings. So that is very important after workout.
So I know personally I know a friend, and he did a checkup for the minerals and vitamins levels. He got the vitamin D is low, like really low, and he stayed consistent on being in the sun for long periods, for about 1 month or 2 months. And when he did the checkup again, like nothing, there is no significant change. Yes, progress.
See, this my point of view is your body has been prolonged. This vitamin D3 it was not there in your system because we are not exposed to the sunlight much. The reasons we don't have that culture, exposing sunlight. It's been there from the childhood. Maybe it started developing. We don't realize that happened or not. Maybe our body has communicated for very long, but we are not smart enough to understand that part. Then later, once you reach that adulthood, maybe once you reach to that particular age level, then you are experiencing such sort of like biological behavior. It means some sort of symptoms you may feel. Maybe numbness, it could be maybe some skin changes, maybe joint pain. Many reasons are there. So once you go to lab, when you get it done, the test, then you will get to know that how much your percentage of vitamin D3. So maybe once you go to doctor, they will advise you how long you wanted to take it. This is not going to end within a month or 2 months. You need to give a time for at least for 1 year or 2 years your body to get, in order to completely to fill that vitamin D3 in your system. You have to start practice every day, weekly 3 times at least, exposing sun at least for 15 to 20 minutes. It's very needed. It's essential. Vitamin D3, it will not only work as a mineral, it work like as a hormone. Today's research is saying is that. So vitamin D3 is very needed, sir. I think many today youngsters is compulsory, because once you get that vitamin D3 from the sun, I think your body play different role. Okay. So 1 month it will not make any big difference. You have to give a time for your body, at least for at least for a year. Then you will get the sufficient vitamin D3 in your blood. Right?
Yes, thank you. There is a question for me.
This is a personal question.
Yes, it's a personal question. Is it okay to not be comfortable in some positions in the exercises? For example, I'm gonna give an example for that. When I do the biceps curl, and when I'm having the straight bar, it's full supination. So I feel the tension on my wrist. I feel the pain there. So that's why I go with the zigzag one, which tends to go to the mid-prone position now. So am I being wrong here? Or?
No, it's completely, absolutely, it's a natural. So listen to your body, go with the flow, and when you feel comfortable, and go with that particular movement. You don't have to force your body into do in a particular movement, because as long as your workout routine is really good and great, just stick to that and don't force your body. That's just my concern.
Okay. I have another question. When I do the machinery squat, I go like heavy weights, but when I go to the manual squats, comparingly to the machinery squat, it's less. And I fail sometimes at the deepest point
In the machine.
in the manual. Yes, in the manual. So what's the point? Why?
Why is that?
Yes.
I think it is body has the mechanical movement. I think we need to realize that first. See, body has a natural movement. When you go with Smith machines, Smith machine works in a different range of motions that work in a particular group of muscles, but it only go with the particular directions. Your body has to force into go in the same range of motions. Your body will not change here and there. So you will feel more on easy doing it this such way exercise. When you go in squats, it's completely natural. It's all mechanical movement. You have to depend on your own body and your mind. You have to control the weight, and you have to control the balance. You have to control the posture, whether you are right or wrong. In the manual. So you have to go in a very strict form. So everything is controlled by negative. So that's why a lot of people face difficulties. I think you are also facing the same difficulties. I think it takes time. This is a psychological fact. I think day by day you start to understand, then the progress, it will change, and you will learn something technically. So that's why beginners, we advise to do it only machine squats, or if they are good, if some people are, they are good, they are posture wise they are good, technical wise they are good, so we'll advise them to do it in machine squats. So manually they can do it as well. Some people, they are not good at all in when comes to a natural form, so that's why we'll advise them to do it in Smith machines, because their posture is not correct. So we need to force them. Once they force the body, they get a lower back impact as well, the knee also will get impact. That is the solutions we always give advice.
Regarding to nutrition, okay, so there's a lot of people like they have a myth that protein that we take, the protein intake, it's not natural. Some tend to believe that it's a drug. What's your point on this?
I think many people are not educated much. Today culture is changing and technology is changing. Many people need to learn about the nourishment to the body. They have to give importance to the nutrition part. When it comes to you for fitness, for the long run, you have to give a nutrition to the body, whether you are taking a artificial, whether you are taking natural source. So it is also come to the point where which resource are you going to use for long run. Everything you have to pay the price, everything you have to invest. And when it comes to a protein, there are quality matters a lot. There are natural also is there. You can depend on eating, adapting your natural resource like egg, chicken, fish. Again, these all the natural form. But again, when you are considered for your progress to the program, when you are working out for the long run, I think it's what sort of protein you are giving, how your digestive system is accepting, and how fast your digestion is process working. That is also you need to consider. For the long run, digestion is very important. That's why we consider liquid protein is very must. As long as you are working out for so long, give your important the nutritions. After workout, not solid protein it's needed, because the digestion process it takes so long, and the progress also will become minimum. And if you give it liquid form, it give fast results, and the progress also you will see the changes in matter of month or like that.
So, as you said earlier that the hormone levels of our body will be higher in early 20s. So my question is it possible to pursue a bodybuilding career or something in early 30s or mid 30s when compared to these 20s there?
So it's a good question, sir. I think see, my point of view is, as long as you are genetically you are blessed with such hormones in your body, I think you can achieve anything, sir, because everything is connected with your genetics, sir. And hormones, it will decrease every year by percentage, 1%, 2%, like that. That maybe some people will take it in artificially, they take substance, testosterone replacement therapy, they do go with doctor advice through them. So based on that, they can enhance their physique in a such level, sir. Is it possible? Yeah, it is possible.
You can just take an example of Tarun Gill, I guess.
Right?
Tarun Gill.
Tarun Gill.
He was in his mid 40s and he just transformed like horrible. Like, he just competed also in amateur Olympia, I guess.
Okay. I don't know how true or how true it is, but yeah, is it? Yeah, it is achievable.
What is the right age to start the gym, sir?
Sir, you know that answer, but still, right age, it's there is no right age to start any sort of physical activity, because if you look at the badminton sports, they put them into 6th standard and 5th standard only they start give a practice. The growth which comes and the nutrition which comes, that play vital role. When it comes to a physical sports, especially like athleticism, like bodybuilding, weightlifting, we need to do consider that part, because we don't have a guideline or guidance, proper coach, and technical part we are missing, sir. Technical part we are not that advanced than like Western countries. So it should also require the right atmosphere. Once we get all these things, and everything will be achievable, sir.
So, I would like to know the difference between LDL and HDL. Like, what are those? And
Okay. LDL is HDL is I think many people don't know these questions. Maybe many people knew these questions. LDL is high density lipoprotein and LDL is low density lipoprotein. It is needed. HDL is a good cholesterol and LDL is a bad cholesterol. So you have to concern your diet. When it comes to diet, what sort of fat you are consuming, either good fats or bad fats. So this will play major role. Right.
Bodybuilding. I think there are fundamental points to keep in mind to build the body. So what are those?
Can you specify?
Yes, like going to the gym is one point, and having the food and the nutrition is one point, and sleeping is one point. So why those must be the combination for building the body?
Yes, it is again it is essential. It is a nourishment to the body. Reasons, sleeping, it's required for everyone, not only for bodybuilders. It required for each and every one of us. The reasons, a lot of hormones will secrete at that particular time, and because it will produce only that particular time. And when that happens, your body will feel the nourishment and rejuvenate. The next day you feel great. So again, the nutrition also play major role. Without the help of nutrition, you cannot achieve any level of sports. So nutrition is very important. At the same time, your sleeping pattern is very important. And one more question you asked, right?
Yes, about the cramps. In the previous 1 month, I had it a lot. So what's the cause? What might be the cause?
It could be many reasons. Maybe I cannot give you that solution for that one. Maybe you have to figure it out on your own. Maybe it could be dehydrations, or it could be a sodium problem, or it could be a potassium problem, or it could be a many thing. Maybe it could be stress also. So once you fix that one, then I think you will it will give you solutions. Thank you.
Thank you for answering. I would like also to know the answer for why most of the trainers or the coaches, they wouldn't advise having the milk.
Okay. Say once again.
Yes, I know I know many trainers.
Okay.
When I ask them about having milk, they disagree with that. So why?
Why is that?
Why is that?
You should have raised the questions. Why is that?
I know a point about the lactose.
Right, that is the point.
Yes.
That's right. Maybe some people have that. Yes. Some people have that intolerance. Maybe the digestion process also, it takes longer run. A long procedure will happen to your body. Again, mess with your digestion system. So that's why many people, they won't agree at all. And a lot of issues will happen when you go to Ayurveda, and they strongly believe and they strongly advise not to touch milk products. The reason, it's create vada. So that's the reasons they might have given you this advice not to take milk. When you are in childhood days, no problem, you can consume. It is needed for the growth. But once you reach adulthood, of course, there are plenty of foods out there where you can consume with the calcium and all this stuff. The mainly why we are consuming milk, because of the calcium. Yes. So it is needed for the bones. So you can depend on many resources are there, nuts is there, many things you can depend. So thank you.
Thank you for answering. Also, omega-3 and omega-6. So it's mostly advised to go for the omega-3. Why it's not omega-6, and what's the difference?
It's very good questions. Omega-3, it's not getting from through food. Day to day what we are having, we are not getting it that. So that's why we are always advised to take it from the fish. If you are a vegetarian, we always advise to take pills or nuts. So that is the only options which left to consume that part. When it comes to non-vegetarians, we have options. Again, meat consumptions are there. Again, you need to consume fish, and if you're getting adequate amount of omega-3 from the fish, it's a great choice. Again, non-vegetarians people have that options, but vegetarians is very less. So that's why we always advise to take omega-3. It is needed for the body, especially for your heart, and especially for your joints, for the long run, it is really good at, especially if you have a triglyceride level too high, maybe that will brings down. So that one part is really great. That also will help you to achieve that cholesterol level also will reduce. So my point of view is omega 3 is a great choice. Omega 6 again we are getting from the whatever we cook at home. So omega 6 is always getting.
Just need to ask a question. As we all know, like you have achieved great success in bodybuilding. So what's the best life advice you have been given and you want to pass on to others regarding bodybuilding?
Today truth is always bitter, and anything comes free of cost, it does not have the value. Okay, anything comes free, it does not have the value. See, example I can give you. Sun is the energy, sun is the everything, but how many people are using it? The sun percentage very minimum. So it comes free, but no one realized to take that, go to exposed to the sunlight. So that's what we have faced, a body face into deficiency, vitamin D3 deficiency. If you take today test, you will get to know how much deficiency level you have in your blood. So when it comes to bodybuilding, it's my achievement, my patience and my understanding level. It's education. I've been waited for so long to understand how this bodybuilding is working. I did not knew this bodybuilding journey. There are so many things are involved. When I started at the beginning, I realized in just matter of 2 years, I could able to understand, okay, without the help of nutrition, I cannot achieve anything. Even single muscles development, it will not going to happen overnight. So I could able to feel that after certain years, I could able to understand, okay, without nutrition, ultimately I'm not going to develop. Then again, sleeping pattern you have to give your body. Again, it's a nourishment to the body. So you have to give important everything. When it comes to progress, it's still body is like a baby. As long as you take slow progress, it will always works in a greater level. If you get a confusion, if you go in a shortcut way, I think you will end up in somewhere, get some bad experience. I think you have to wait as long as possible. You need to educate yourself how to do exercise, how to lift the weights properly. In order to get the progress, give your time to your body as well as your mind. Once you do this one, then have the great impact to your progress. Right? Thank you.
So you being a bodybuilder and in the field for past 25 years, so what's the term fitness for you? Is it like having six packs all the time, or you being physically agile, flexible? What is the term fitness for you?
No, okay, sir. These are really great questions. I wanted to give this answer completely. See, I cannot maintain this sizzle look, this sizzle appearance 365 days. It is impossible. I don't know, maybe because of this is a genetic work. I think maybe as long as possible, how long I can able to manage myself as much as possible. I can manage, because everything is you need to maintain consistently for so long. If you do that, then definitely your body will change, because after 30 definitely there is a biological facts is there. Your body will get degenerated, everything cells will be dying, all this process will happen. As long as possible, I am just keeping myself naturally, not to depend on anything artificial stuff, because for so long, because it's been many years I've been doing this bodybuilding. I know where my progress has started and how did I cope up with myself, my nutrition and my lifestyles. Everything is under this same method I've been followed since day one until now. I'm following the same method. I never mess myself my diet wise. I never go explore. I'm not a very food lover when it comes to nutrition. When it comes to nutrition, I'm very specific and very choosy and very picky. So respecting that, I can maintain my body for so long. So this is very important, sir.
So my question is, so the fitness is like you have this sizzle look, or it's like some person is having yoga, is doing yoga, is very much flexible. So which fitness you will term it better?
I think I think more than this, flexibility is very important, sir. When it comes to bodybuilding, whether yoga, whatever you do it, flexibility is very important. It does not matter, if you start lifting any object from the ground, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable. You have to be you should feel more comfortable with lifting that weights. So again, here your flexibility do matters. Whether you are a freak of bodybuilders, whether you are a yoga, it is all important when it comes to your flexibility matters a lot. So my choice is like, I've been doing for fitness for very long. Even I do yoga also. Morning once, at least 10 to 15 minutes I do yoga. So that is a secret part. I always do it. I never share with anybody. So this is the one part. Anything, sir?
Did you advise any medical test for that before starting the gyms and
A medical test is compulsory. It is needed or not. Your body will know better, sir. I think you have to, so be touch with your body and don't just ignore it. You know what your body how it's working. As long as you are okay with that, then it's not an issue. As long as your lifestyle is really great, then don't have to worry about anything. And your diet is really great, don't have to worry about it. If people who have such problem like alcoholism, smoke, and always adapting eating food outside, then they have to consider going through this kind of a test. It's my concern. It is a lot of people have consuming overeating, sir, and those people they have to to give important for that kind of a test.
How important is the mindset in body?
Mind is everything. Mind is a weapon. So this part, I think this one part, I think everybody should educate that first. When you come to the gym, when you are working out, your mind is the weapon. You should use in a right way, because whenever you do weight training, it is not just something a physical work. It's something more than spiritual work and intelligent work. People who are achieving that great physique, not by lifting a weights, it's an intelligent work. So your brain need to go sense this part. So obviously the brain work is compulsory, is needed, and you cannot just do like a Ronnie Coleman or Arnold Schwarzenegger exercise unless until you don't have that mindsets. So it's a completely intelligent work. You have to give importance to the brain, because you are live with your body, live with your mind. So accept this one and work with a smart way. So take time. That's what we always advise. Take time, gradual process, everything will happen. Right, last question.
I would like to finish with this important question for me and as well as others. It would be really great for me to know the answer for that. I believe you have been through some injuries. I would like to know what you realized after getting injured. What did that tell you or made you know?
See, as long as if my progress is really great, I love my training and I will go. And when it comes to injury, I stay away from injury as much as possible. Because you cannot go with your journey injury for so long, because your mind will not be convinced to do workouts. So you have to be very smart, respect your body, and keep yourself injury free. So you have to gain that knowledge and try to be more smart way of to prevent this injury. And again, don't keep this mindsets keeping with that injury, again working out, again you are aggravating your injuries, which is not good for the longer run. So as much as possible, prevent that injury. From there only, take as much as possible rest. Once you recover completely, then your body will feel great. Then again you come back and then you hit it. So now you are young, your body can handle it. Imagine when you get older, do you think will you able to work out the same way?
No, I don't believe so.
Why?
I don't believe.
So it's very important. So injury free yourself and work yourself greater. Any other questions, sir? Any questions, sir?
Can I share this input again with vitamin D?
Yeah, sure.
So this basic misconception about vitamin D is all the vitamin D is coming from sunlight. So it's not like that. A small percentage comes from sunlight and rest of it is dietary. So we need to have also dietary sources for this vitamin D3. And once you are diagnosed with vitamin D3, it's not that you go in sunlight, you will get all the vitamin D3 back. So you need to have this vitamin D3 supplementation. So it's like you have to treatment for 6 months to 1 year. And even with the supplementation, your vitamin D3 is not improving. So someone will have this genetic conditions where there won't be any adequate ability of a body to take this vitamin D3 in the body. So we need to check it out that. So vitamin D3 supplementation is good when you are diagnosed with vitamin D3 deficiency. So
I believe there is for any drug there are factors which affect the absorption of it, whether the way it's like the percentage of it in the tablet or the triggers that's there, the receptors of it. So is there anything about the vitamin D? Is there triggers can increase the absorption? For example, the omega, it's better to have fatty food before the C. It's absorbed better in the water. So can you talk about this for it?
So there are a lot of it's like a drug interaction. So some drugs you can take with food, some drugs you have to take it empty food. So it's like when you are taking calcium, it's better you take it before food. So after food. So this will improve your calcium absorption. So there are certain ways you have to take some drugs. So it will be prescribed when you are coming for this treatment. So vitamin D3. And regarding this HDL and LDL, so previously it was like HDL is like a good cholesterol and LDL is a bad cholesterol. Now the present studies are like there is nothing like that, and even the good cholesterol levels are also, it's not that harmful for our body. So the science is advancing. So we are not sure whether this HDL is good or bad.
The thing is, again, we are not accurately sure about each body play different role. I think that part we need to be more aware of that. So technically, many of them, they consume more on fatty food. They might have that kind of a problem. So they have to fix that first that one, because LDL ultimately every experts say that LDL is a bad cholesterol. On top of that, triglyceride also is a bad. So HDL is the ratio is everything you have to keep it in in the adequate amount of cholesterol level. You have to keep it in the range, what the percentage is accurate and which is a healthy level. We have to check that first of all. That's the reason many people advise to to take that cholesterol test for the heart problem or any sort of a health problem. They advise to have this test, right?
One last question. So how do you feel about this diet, like keto diet, paleo diet, with respect to this bodybuilding? So it's like having a lot of that.
I think again we are playing with the body. Again we are giving everything intense. If you talk about this, homeostasis is very important to the body. Again, whatever you give to the body, again it is intense only. Body will try to fight and it will try to survive and try to adapt. Body nature is like that. Again, when we go this sort of paleo diet and keto diet, again your body needs that kind of a nutrition too. It will look forward always. Again, you are stopping certain nutritions which is harmful your body. When you do that, ultimately you will pay the price later stage, not now. Maybe it will show the symptoms in later. I think it is not a good choice and it's not a healthy also. I know you need to give water. When you go into a keto diet, many people will stop drinking enough water. Water is very important, friends. You have to consider to drink water at least 2 liters in a day, because such weather and such kind of a diet when you are following, I think you're doing it extreme to your body. You don't know what you're doing to your body. So don't harm yourself unless until always go with advice, go with experts based on their experience and just follow their suggestions. It's very important. And don't experiment with your body, because your body is not an experiment place. Go with always anything you are started doing, any program you wanted to do it, make sure go with the advice with the professionals. It's very important, friends. That's all for the day, friends. I think we had a great time with you all, sir, and thanks for giving a wonderful time with us, and it was pleasure talking to you all. I think I hope I given more informations related fitness and related personal questions also. If you feel anything it's missing, any kind of information, please leave it on the comment, and I would like to give you all these suggestions to you all, and I'll meet you next time. Till then, bye. See you, Sanukumar. Thank you so much.